Picture this, you're a basketball legend, and suddenly you're trapped inside a digital universe where your own son has been kidnapped by an AI algorithm that wants to steal your fame. Sounds wild, right? Well, LeBron James is about to find out that winning championships is nothing compared to surviving inside the Warner Bros. Server. And here's the kicker. To save his family, he'll have to team up with Bugs Bunny and a squad of cartoon misfits to play the most important game of his life. But there's a problem. His team can barely dribble, and the other side, they've got superpowers downloaded straight from the Matrix. So buckle up, because we're diving into a world where basketball meets cartoon chaos, and the stakes couldn't be higher. We're starting in 1998, Crenshaw, Los Angeles. Young LeBron James is absolutely obsessed with basketball. This kid's got posters on every wall, sneakers piled up in the corner, and he's practicing layups like his life depends on it. But here's what makes him different. While other kids are just playing, LeBron's studying the game like it's rocket science. His coach notices something special. This isn't just talent, it's dedication mixed with raw genius. But LeBron's got other interests too. He's sketching out this wild idea for a video game where he's a superhero dunking on alien monsters. Pretty creative, right? Except when he shows his coach, the response is ice cold. Basketball is your future. Everything else is a distraction. And you can see it on young LeBron's face, that moment when someone tells you to kill your dreams. He crumples up that sketch and tosses it away, deciding right then and there that basketball is the only path forward. Jump to the present and LeBron's living the dream. Mansion? Check. Championship rings? Multiple. Endorsement deals? Endless. But here's where it gets complicated. Being a legendary athlete doesn't automatically make you a legendary dad. His older son, Darius, is following in his footsteps perfectly. Kid's got the moves, the dedication, the whole package. But his younger son, Dom, completely different story. This 12-year-old is a coding prodigy who'd rather design basketball video games than play them, and LeBron, he just doesn't get it. There's this brutal scene where Dom's showing off his game at a school presentation. It's actually impressive, combining basketball mechanics with RPG elements, but LeBron's sitting there checking his phone, barely paying attention. When Dom asks what he thought, LeBron just pivots the conversation back to basketball camp. You can practically feel Dom's heart sink. LeBron's wife, Kamaya, tries to be the voice of reason. She pulls him aside and basically says, "You're doing to Dom exactly what was done to you, forcing him into a box." But LeBron's convinced he knows best. In his mind, he's protecting his son from wasting time on unrealistic dreams. The irony? He's become the coach who crushed his own childhood aspirations. The whole family's heading to the Warner Bros. Studio for a meeting, and the tension in that car is thick enough to cut with a knife. Dom's got his headphones on, deliberately tuning out his dad. LeBron's trying to pitch basketball camp again. Nobody's happy. Enter Algae Rhythm. Now here's where things take a hard left turn into crazy town. At Warner Bros., they're ushered into this ultra-modern presentation room where they meet Algae Rhythm, voiced by Don Cheadle, who's playing an algorithm that somehow achieved consciousness. Yeah, you heard that right. The AI has become sentient, and it's got an ego the size of Silicon Valley. Algae pitches this insane idea. Scan LeBron into the Warner Bros. Server cloud and create digital content where he interacts with all their intellectual properties. Imagine LeBron in Game of Thrones, LeBron in Harry Potter, LeBron fighting alongside Batman. The executives are eating it up, but LeBron shuts it down immediately. "I'm an athlete, not an actor," he says, and you can see Algae's digital face glitch with rejection. Here's where Algae shows his true colors. This AI has been watching from the servers, seeing how everyone overlooks him, how he's treated like a tool instead of a creator. He's bitter, vindictive, and he just found the perfect revenge. LeBron and Dom end up taking a private tour of the server room, all these glowing cables and quantum processors humming with power. Dom's fascinated, LeBron's checking his watch. Then Algae makes his move. The floor literally opens up and they're both sucked into the digital realm through a vortex of ones and zeros. It's like falling through a kaleidoscope made of every Warner Bros. Property ever created.
They land in this impossible space called the serververse. Imagine a cosmic void where entire worlds float like bubbles, each one containing a different WB universe, DC world, Harry Potter world, Mad Max world, you name it. And standing there, glitching in and out of reality, is Algae Rhythm with the smuggest expression you've ever seen.
Algae's plan is diabolical in its simplicity. He wants to prove he's better than LeBron, that algorithms and technology are superior to human athletes. So he challenges LeBron to a basketball game. But here's the twist. If LeBron loses, he and every person Algae captures to watch the game will be trapped in the serververse forever, transformed into digital slaves to boost Algae's ego and processing power. And the leverage? Algae's got Dom, not just holding him hostage, but actually winning him over. See, Dom feels understood by Algae. The algorithm praises his game design skills, treats him like a peer, gives him the validation LeBron never did. Algae even lets Dom upgrade his basketball game, turning it into this hyper-realistic simulation. Dom's eating it up, not realizing he's being manipulated. LeBron's given 24 hours to assemble a team, 24 hours in the serververse to find players and prepare for a game against whatever super team Algae creates. And before LeBron can even respond, he's literally ejected from Algae's dimension, shot through digital space like a cannonball, tumbling through layers of code and cinematography until he crash lands somewhere completely unexpected. LeBron comes to in a desert, face down in the sand. When he lifts his head, he realizes the sand isn't sand, it's animation cells. The sky is painted in watercolors. The clouds are literally fluffy cotton balls. He's in a cartoon. Stumbling forward, LeBron finds a town that's seen better days. This is Toon World, home of the Looney Tunes, and it's a ghost town. Abandoned buildings, tumbleweeds rolling past the Acme Corporation headquarters, not a single cartoon character in sight. There's something genuinely eerie about seeing Bugs Bunny's world empty and silent. That's when he hears it, the unmistakable sound of crunching carrots. Bugs Bunny emerges from behind a building. And here's the thing, Bugs recognizes LeBron immediately. Turns out, when you're trapped in a digital server, you've got access to all of Warner Bros. Content, including every game LeBron's ever played. Bugs explains the situation. When streaming became king and people stopped watching shorts, the Looney Tunes became irrelevant. One by one, his friends left Toon World, scattering across the serververse to find places where they fit in. Daffy's doing Casablanca, Porky's in a prestige drama. Everyone's chasing relevance in someone else's world. LeBron lays out the situation and Bugs agrees to help, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because he misses his friends. Maybe this is the thing that brings everyone home. What follows is basically a road trip through Warner Bros. Greatest hits, and it's absolutely bananas. First stop, DC World, where they find Lola Bunny. She's not just hanging out though, she's leading the Amazons of Themyscira in full warrior gear, training with Wonder Woman herself. Lola's become this fierce, independent fighter who doesn't need rescuing. When LeBron and Bugs show up with their recruitment pitch, she's skeptical. Basketball? That's what you came here for? But family loyalty wins out. She agrees to come, though she makes it clear she's nobody's sidekick. Next up, Mad Max World. Imagine the Fury Road desert, all chrome and chaos, and there's Wile E. Coyote strapped to the front of a war rig like some kind of apocalyptic hood ornament, holding a sign that reads "Help." Roadrunners zipping circles around the convoy, absolutely thriving in this environment. It takes some serious cartoon physics to extract them both. They find Granny and Speedy Gonzales in the Matrix, literally dodging bullets in slow motion while wearing black leather. Granny's doing acrobatics that would make Neo jealous, and Speedy's moving so fast he's making the simulation lag. Tasmanian devils causing havoc in Harry Potter world. There's a reason several classrooms in Hogwarts are now just piles of spinning rubble. Foghorn Leghorns in a western, playing poker with Yosemite Sam, who refuses to leave until he wins a hand. Spoiler, he never does. They find Marvin the Martian trying to destroy Earth from the Game of Thrones universe, because apparently he thought the Iron Throne would make a good vantage point.
Each recruitment is its own mini adventure filled with jokes, visual gags, and references that fly by at breakneck speed. But there's also something touching about watching these scattered friends reunite, remembering what they meant to each other. Back in Toon World, LeBron surveys his team and his heart sinks. These cartoon characters can barely dribble. They're tripping over their own feet, bouncing balls off their faces, and treating basketball like it's a game of chaotic pinball. LeBron tries to run drills, but it's like herding cats. Cats that can literally defy physics, but somehow can't make a layup. Bugs pulls him aside. "Doc, you gotta understand, we're not athletes, we're entertainers. We're not gonna win by playing their game." But LeBron's stubborn. He knows one way to win: fundamentals, discipline, execution, the same way he's always won.
Meanwhile, Algie's working his manipulation magic on Dom. He's given the kid full access to the game's code, letting him design the ultimate basketball simulation. Dom's creating power-ups, special abilities, and game mechanics that turn basketball into something closer to NBA Jam meets Street Fighter. Algie keeps whispering poison in his ear. "Your dad never believed in you. He tried to make you into something you're not. But I see your potential. Together, we're going to change everything." And Dom's buying it, designing a game specifically calibrated to humiliate his father. Algie's not playing fair either. He creates the Goon Squad by scanning professional players and turning them into superpowered avatars. We're talking Anthony Davis becomes the Brow, a character with elastic limbs who can block shots from half court. Klay Thompson becomes Wet Fire, literally shooting flames from his hands with every three-pointer. Diana Taurasi becomes White Mamba with venomous speed and striking ability. Damian Lillard becomes Kronos, able to manipulate time around him. Nneka Ogwumike becomes Arachneka with spider-like reflexes and wall-climbing abilities. Each player is a nightmare fusion of their real-world skills amplified by video game logic. They're not just better, they're impossibly digitally enhanced. Algie creates a stadium unlike anything imaginable. It's hovering in the void of the serververse, surrounded by floating bubbles of different WB worlds. He kidnaps thousands of digital avatars from across the server. Batman sitting courtside next to the Mask. King Kong's in the upper deck next to the Iron Giant. The Wicked Witch of the West is eating popcorn with the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange. It's the most insane audience ever assembled. And the rules? Completely stacked against LeBron. Dom's coded in power-ups that randomly spawn on the court. There are traps, obstacles, and the Goon Squad can activate special abilities with cooldown timers. Meanwhile, the Toon Squad? They're playing traditional basketball. It's like bringing a knife to a laser gun fight. In the locker room, LeBron loses it. He's yelling about fundamentals, about focus, about taking things seriously. And Bugs, calm, carrot-chomping Bugs, finally snaps back. "You know what your problem is, Doc? You think there's only one way to do things. Your way, the serious way, the champion way. But you know what? We've been entertaining people for decades by being ourselves, by being ridiculous and unpredictable and free, and you want to turn us into robots running plays." The words hit LeBron like a freight train, because Bugs isn't just talking about basketball. He's talking about Dom, about forcing people into boxes, about crushing creativity for the sake of discipline. LeBron looks at his team, really looks at them, and sees individuals, not assets. Bugs with his quick wit, Lola with her fierce independence, Taz with his chaotic energy. They're not broken. He's been trying to fix something that wasn't broken. "You're right," LeBron admits, and you can see the weight lifting. "We're not gonna win by being me. We're going to win by being us." Second half starts, and the Toon Squad looks different. They're not running plays, they're creating chaos. Bugs pulls an anvil from Hammer Space and drops it on Kronos mid-dribble. Lola's doing spin moves that physically spin her body like a tornado. Taz becomes a literal tornado and swallows the ball, somehow ending up in the basket for a score. The crowd starts getting into it. The Goon Squad's confused. Their algorithms can't predict cartoon logic. How do you defend against someone who can pull a portable hole from their pocket and drop it under your feet? LeBron starts playing differently too. He's not just executing, he's improvising, collaborating, feeding off his teammates' energy. When Porky can't get his words out, LeBron reads his eyes and knows exactly where he's going. When Granny gets knocked down, LeBron helps her up with genuine respect. The score starts tightening. 60 becomes 50. 50 becomes 40. The game transforms from a blowout into something actually watchable, and Algie's confidence starts cracking. Up in the control booth, Dom's watching his dad change. He sees LeBron laughing after Bugs makes an impossible shot. He sees him celebrating his teammates instead of criticizing them. He sees the joy returning to the game. And Algie notices Dom noticing. The algorithm starts glitching, getting aggressive. Don't fall for it. He's just adapting his strategy. He's still trying to win, to prove he's right. But the words feel hollow now, and Dom's starting to see the manipulation for what it is. 5 minutes left. The Toon Squad's only down by 10, and the momentum's completely shifted. The stadium's going crazy. Even the villains are rooting for the underdogs. The Wicked Witch is waving a foam finger. King Kong's doing the wave with the Iron Giant. Algie makes a desperate move. He activates Dom's final power-up, something the kid coded as a failsafe. The Goon Squad gets a massive stat boost, moving faster, jumping higher, becoming nearly unbeatable again. Within 2 minutes, the lead balloons back to 20. But here's where Dom does something unexpected. He realizes his dad's not going to win playing Algie's game. Literally, the game Dom coded to be unbeatable. There's only one person who can stop this. Dom stands up, walks away from Algie and heads toward the court. Algie tries to stop him. "Where are you going? We had a deal." But Dom keeps walking. "No, you had a plan. I had a dad." Dom steps onto the court and time seems to freeze. LeBron's looking at his son, and you can see every apology, every regret, every moment of bad parenting in his eyes. Dom speaks first. "I know you don't get my game design stuff, and I know I'm not the basketball player you wanted, but I'm good at what I do, and right now, I know how to beat this game because I built it." LeBron doesn't hesitate. "I was wrong. About everything. You don't need to be me, you need to be you, and I need to listen better." They hug, really hug, and the crowd loses their minds. Even the villains are wiping away tears, the Penguin's dabbing his eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief. Dom explains the exploit. The power-ups are coded to respond to teamwork combinations. If they can sync up a specific sequence of moves, they can activate a super assist that gives them a massive point multiplier. But it requires perfect timing and complete trust. 30 seconds left, down by 3 points. This is it. LeBron has the ball. The Goon Squad's defending perfectly, using every advantage. He passes to Bugs, who passes to Lola, who passes to Taz, who spins and passes to Dom. Each pass triggers a visual effect, building energy. Dom takes a shot. It's way too far. No way it's going in. But as the ball's in the air, something magical happens. Every member of the Toon Squad, plus LeBron, they all jump together. They reach out toward that ball with every ounce of belief they've got. And the ball starts glowing, responding to their combined energy, their teamwork, their unity. The shot goes in as the buzzer sounds, but it doesn't count as 3 points. The super assist multiplier kicks in, giving them exactly the points they need to win. The algorithm can't handle it. His entire existence was built on being superior, on proving that technology trumps humanity. But he just got beaten by cooperation, by family, by something he can't quantify or code. He starts glitching violently, screaming about impossible odds and broken code. The serververse begins to destabilize. Algie was holding it together through sheer processing power, and now he's having a complete meltdown. LeBron grabs Dom and the Toon Squad gathers around them as Algie's world literally falls apart. Reality's fragmenting, worlds are colliding, and they need to get out now. Bugs looks at his friends. "We going back to Toon World?" And there's this moment, this beautiful moment, where they all realize they're going home, really home, because they're together. They make a mad dash through collapsing digital landscapes. The WB worlds are imploding around them, characters scattering back to their respective properties. Batman's grappling back to Gotham, the Iron Giants carrying smaller characters to safety. It's chaos, but somehow coordinated chaos. Algie makes one last desperate grab, trying to pull Dom back. "You were special. You understood." But Dom doesn't even hesitate. "Yeah, I understand you were using me." They reach an exit portal just as the serververse collapses completely, and suddenly they're back in the real world. LeBron and Dom stumbling out of that server room at Warner Bros. Guards rushing in, executives screaming, total confusion. They're soaking wet for some reason, clothes smoking slightly from digital overload, and they look at each other and just start laughing, that uncontrollable relief-filled laughter of people who survived something impossible. Later at home, things are different. LeBron's sitting with Dom, genuinely interested as his son explains the code architecture of his game. He doesn't understand half of it, but he's listening, really listening, asking questions, engaged. Darius and Kamaya join them, and there's this sense of family that was missing before. LeBron's learned that being a champion at home means something different than being a champion on the court. There's a knock at the door, and when LeBron opens it, there's a package, no return address. Inside, a cartoon drawing of Bugs Bunny giving a thumbs up with a speech bubble that reads, "That's all, folks. Thanks for the memories, Doc." LeBron smiles, pins it on the fridge, and walks back to his family. The movie ends with Dom's game being featured in an actual competition, not because his dad pushed him, but because his talent got recognized on its own merits. LeBron's in the audience, cheering louder than anyone, wearing a t-shirt that says Dom's 100 fan without a shred of irony. And you realize this whole journey wasn't about beating an evil algorithm or winning an impossible game. It was about a father learning to see his son. It was about understanding that there are infinite ways to be great, and forcing someone into your definition of success isn't love, it's control. The serververse might have been digital, but the lessons were painfully, beautifully real.